All right. So, as you've entered the courtroom, Captain.
Yes. Issues are coming out from the courts. Some very disturbing, very, very disturbing, of course. So if you see a human being being butchered like an animal, sometimes it's difficult. So the gentleman on your screen has been found guilty for murder.
Wow. He's been found
guilty for murder.
For
the
butchering
guilt has
his...
been pronounced on him.
Yes.
The jury has found him guilty.
They have decided his fate.
Wow.
For killing a young man, 35 years. In fact, it was a sprayer and a car dealer. So somebody is doing a business trying to find an ends meet. You approach the person and said, I'm looking for a car to buy. He said, look, I'm a car dealer. So for those who are, this is how, the wounds, if you see it, you cannot watch it. In fact, it's a very, very serious matter. I want a car to buy. He thinks he has a friend who also sells a car. And he said, okay, I have a connection. Give me your car. Somebody wants to buy it. And then took the car, released the car. The complainant released the car to him. The connection that he had, the contact that he has, means that he has to leave Accra and go to Takoradi because some white men expressed interest in buying the car. And that was the last time they heard of him. The only thing next is to find his mutilated body corpse somewhere between Awuna Krum and then in Poho. Those who are very familiar with the area will know the area that I'm talking about. And investigation led to that. They eventually found a car with somebody whom the accused person said to have sold the car to the person. So when they arrested the person initially, he said, I bought the car from this person. That person also said, this person sold the car to me. And they noticed that it was the man who came to the shop and saw the idea that I want the car to buy, who eventually sold the car, meaning that. So he was arrested, arraigned for the charge of murder. And at the end of the trial, this matter happened in 2015. 7-member jury returned a unanimous guilty verdict against him. And the court presided over by Justice Elfrida Denchi had no other choice because the laws are clear. Once you're found guilty for murder, it's life in prison or life imprisonment. Previously, it was death sentence, but now because of the amendment to our criminal matters, it has to be life in prison. And Justice Mrs. Seva Kobache, the principal state attorney, in fact, prosecuted this case. And the matter, if you look at the nature of this case, it is not the usual case of directly you have been accused of. It was circumstances that led to the accused person being arrested. An investigator in the matter, they told they did a very good job by way of leading investigation, leading the charge, and then eventually the accused person was found guilty and then sentenced to life for. And if you see the circumstance, the pictures and the videos, Lantam, you cannot watch. Wow. So in Inusah for the rest of his life, he has to be there.
He's been sentenced to life in prison.
Yes. So
life in prison.
So that is the as for life in prison, once you are there, your freedom has been taken away from you. Your fundamental human rights have been taken away from you like that. There are so many things that you do. So that's one of the things that took place on Friday.
But we're happy that justice has been served.
Yes.
This happened in 2015.
2015. It's always difficult that you cannot bring back the
life.
Emmanuel Okai.
So this guy's 9 years.
Yes.
Right.
So
the family will have some respect.
Absolutely, the family will have some.
So let's talk about our next case. We understand that there was a trader who defrauded an immigration officer of 402,000 Ghana cedis.
So I'm just look at the picture on your screen. Yes, and tell me something about the lady you see there. Very beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very
makeup and eyelashes.
Yes, very beautiful.
Really?
Makeup. I see makeup and eyelashes.
I know what you're running away from. I know what you're running away. Yeah, she's a very beautiful lady.
So who is she?
Yes. So now she's a convict.
Now she's a convict.
Yeah, she's a convict.
She's the
one who defrauded the immigration.
Defrauded the immigration.
28 years.
She's 28.
Listen to the story.
What's the story?
She represented to the complainant, who's the immigration officer in someone, that she works at the Flagstaff House. And she has
Jubilee
House. So Flagstaff House, there are those who believe in a Flagstaff House. And then
for the MPP, is Jubilee House. For NDC is Flagstaff House.
So now you are talking about the Jubilee House.
Yeah.
So she works there. and she has protocol list to recruit people to the security services. The Ghana Immigration Service, the Ghana Prison Service, the Police Service, the Fire Service, and so sold the idea to the immigration officer, who also sold the idea to acquaintances and then individuals.
Friends,
And 97, in fact, people expressed interest. And the range that she suggested was between 7,000 and 15,000.
Wow.
So depending on your money depends on where you be put to, right? So he also sold the idea and managed to gather 402,000 Ghana cedis. 400, over 400,000 Ghana cedis.
402,000 Ghana cedis collectively from 97 people who wanted to go to immigration, police,
fire service, Ghana Prison Service, Ghana Immigration Service.
Securities agency. They've got a connection
yes.
woman.
Yeah.
To help us because the person
connection man.
No, this one
who has a
connection woman. Yeah. They have an officer who knows
But
that.
the immigration officer to you are in the immigration service.
Absolutely.
How do you fall for?
But Valentine, this is somebody who works at the
yeah, sometimes
house.
the way
But
people...
because we know what happens in this country,
Exactly.
because people have those positions.
Definitely somebody will help you to get to
And there are
somewhere.
people who have actually paid.
Yes,
People
yes.
who work in some of these places to
And then
actually
they can
lot,
attest
a
in
lot,
rows.
a lot.
They can attest
So
to
you
that.
can understand, Kaka. But
Ejuma
still,
soon, you know.
Yeah, so people are desperate because they want jobs and all that. So they paid over 400,000 Ghana cedis. And the immigration officer was like, okay, I've had some people who want it. He also handed the money over to the convict hearing.
but what evidence did she present that she works at last time?
But
that-
did she really work at the Jubilee House?
So that was the issue. That was the question.
Okay.
That when he came to the court after everything, it was found out that it wasn't true.
Ah.
She falsely, or she presented
So how was she
herself.
able to convince the immigration officer?
You
that
know,
she works
people
at
want
the
to convince you. There are so many things that people are doing. When they are connection
How
people,
can a security officer be
people
this
when people
gullible?
are bent on doing things, they have their plan.
That's
And some
true.
of the plan, you buy into them
have
without
pictures
raising
at
any
the
question.
Jubilee
They have
House,
everywhere you pass.
Confidence
They can,
fixed.
yes, they can give you all that the answers to the question that you have. So before her Anna, Mrs. Evelyn Asamoah, Dorcas GHOne Amankwa has been convicted and sentenced to 5 years.
So she's
5
been
years
found
pay.
guilty. So what about the money? So what
So
about the money?
they'll have to recover the money after she served the sentence. So they'll have to
But how do
recover
you
the
recover the
money.
money?
This is a criminal matter. So once it's dealt with, you need to use the civil means to get your money.
get
So
your
what
money
if
back.
after she comes out of prison?
She says
Because
it will take
I'm
me
not
10
sure
years
that
to
I'm
pay.
not sure that the people whose monies have been collected are so interested in her going to
No,
prison.
they want their
they
money.
want
They
their
want
money
their
back.
money.
For.
They want their
You
money.
get me
They want
enlisted.
They want their
Yeah.
money. So there's a process that they have to activate to get their money after. So one that
They may want her to go to prison, but they want their money first. You if they
Definitely.
even get their money and she doesn't go to prison.
I'm sure she also had she has a lot of people who she can use to get the money. But I think the money is there.
How do you know?
How do you know the
Sometimes
money?
you save the money in your account. Or what do you
Oh,
for
but
over
by now,
400,000,
yeah.
what would you use it for? You
Murtala.
invest it in businesses.
Chair.
And how do
You are thinking about
Somebody can
investment.
finish 400,000
My brother,
today.
forget
Today.
investment.
You don't know somebody can finish 400,000 today.
So
Today's Ghana.
ASP Richard Amwa, the prosecutor who conducted or who prosecuted this very matter. So 5 years, Dorcas GHOne, a trader, about 28 years. And oh yes, 28 years.
So she's going to spend 5 years of her
5 years
life.
in some women. And, you know, in Ghana, when we say in someone,
See, when he mentioned 28, I was shocked. Sorry, I mean,
she's placing the call. Maybe last time, when you know the one that probably she was calling.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
a-
she was probably calling on time.
That's a phone call. She was making a phone call. I thought probably.
Oh, she called me.
Maybe you can assist in.
Yeah.
Assist her.
Yes.
Assist
see?
her.
Yes,
She should bring the money.
Oh,
My 400 years.
I'll give it back
It's
to
not
the
money.
It's
When
not
I
money.
can't
You can
say.
just
So
yeah.
she should call me and bring the money. Then
And
I'll
then look
talk
for-
to the people whose money it is, give it to them, and then talk to them to forgive her.
to forgive her.
Lantam has been so spiritual this morning.
yeah, I
Maybe our bonfire now.
So Dorcas GHOne,
It's good to be
5 years.
spiritual.
Yeah, yes, the director is right.
Yeah, so
Lantam went to church
you went to church. Oh, okay.
But I go to church on Sunday.
Yes.
every Sunday.
Yeah.
What's your response?
I go to
Yeah.
church. No, there was a time where I wasn't going to because of school and other things.
Okay.
But I mean,
Now
recently I endeavor to go to church.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
Every
that's
Sunday,
good.
and not only on Sundays, on other days where there are church programs I can attend.
You can do it.
I do make it a point to attend the program.
Why are
Yes.
you?
So this country, whatever you are doing, the laws are watching.
Absolutely.
Once you are caught, you'll be dealt
The
with.
law. So two
According to-
convictions: one
Yes.
for murder, life in prison,
And then the
and one
other.
for
Defraud.
fraud.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
5 years.
by the time she comes back, she'll be 28. This matter happened in 2021.
She's 28.
Incident happened in 2021.
Oh, okay.
So 3 years down the line, she's been
She's
convicted.
31.
Yeah.
Okay,
So now
so-
31, and
So
then
she'll
you're
come
going
out
for
when she's
5 years.
36.
But you know the prison's
Yeah.
situation, the years, sometimes minus and pluses and all that.
So let's see.
Let's hope that
Give or
she
take
learns
by
her lesson.
35 or 34,
She doesn't
yeah.
come out and try and defraud anybody where she comes out.
That is if
That's
I
the-
see
that's
that
the point of prison, right?
Yes,
That's
yes,
the
yes.
whole point.
are really reforming the
Yeah,
people that
if
they're
you look at
supposed
the
to.
prison settings, that of the male is more dangerous. I've had the opportunity to be closer to the female prisons where GHOne and other prisoners are, convicts are. And their prisons is much better compared to that of the men. The situations there is much, it's not too harsh as to that of the male.
Because they are women.
Because they are women and they are not too,
Really?
not because of them,
Because of the numbers,
street
yeah.
numbers, absolutely. And so
Oh, okay.
the place is not too crowded like
okay.
the,
So
that
there are
male
more
section,
male
yeah.
convicts
than female.
than
Yes,
female convicts.
absolutely.
So the men are committing too many crimes.
So probably she'll go there
Men are
and then
committing.
she will be
The
there.
men who are would defraud us too much. Men, please, let's stop committing all these crimes.
Yes, my men.
Because
Yeah.
some of
everything,
Tell them.
everything is men and a men and a fear men and a men
Fear men,
and a
fear
men
men.
and this.
But
and
now-
that.
Some of them,
they
some
fear-
of
they
them
have to
receive-
fear women, oh.
Yeah, it's the women that
Hey!
push the men to go there.
Oh,
You have
no,
no
not
idea. A
all
lot
the
of
time,
them.
not all the
A
time.
lot of the situations.
See,
will
the
leave.
fear women that
Yeah,
you have to
the women
fear is the men that push the women. See,
Are you
a lot,
sure?
yes, a lot of the times that Obabedi born, not maybe not anybody or baby, no do Oditio
Because remember, no, see,
yes. That one I can confidently say.
Is that what you do? They are suspects.
Obi
tell
everybody
you-
will be, I mean, bet you will be
the way to
But
be-
that's not
but that
fair.
is not fair.
Oh, but
that is
I mean-
That's not fair.
That is not fair.
You know,
That's
But
not fair to
it's-
whoever.
the world is not fair. Who said the world is fair?
But
The
you
world is
should
not
be
fair,
fair.
my brother. Forget it.
But you
Anyway,
should be
let's
fair. You should be fair because you are fair.
But
It's
we
not
are
that
talking
fair
about
that we are
complexion.
talking about.
Fair because, no, but I see you should be fair because she's fair.
Yeah, I think that
Anyway.
to take somebody's crime and try to let somebody else suffer for it, for me,
Share.
but it is what it
Onyame
is.
ewu.
Anyway,
Enti nkiri hu yi asa na.
continue.
Onyame ewu.
What's coming up today? Say to Agongo.
Yes,
Dr. Kuning back
Coco
in
Boy.
court.
So it's been a while that we talked to you about this very matter, and before his Anna I said his Anna. I want to reduce his rank. I hope that he hasn't heard it. Justice. And I'm saying his Anna. I've reduced his rank. That's what it means.
Okay.
My Lord, I'm sorry. I have.
Okay.
Justice Abuaji-Tando.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Justice Abuaji-Tando, the High Court. They are appearing before the High Court today. So we'll know
Will
more.
it be his lordship?
Yes, His Lordship. From the High Court, the Superior Court, His Lordship, Her Lordship, Her Ladyship. When we hear the Ladyship more when you go to the Supreme Court and
yeah.
all that,
Yes,
and
yes,
Asari Buchi,
yes.
your
You
favorite
know,
judge. Okay,
yeah.
you find time and then we'll be in her court for you to go and all your favorite judges. You have to find time.
Ernesto Usuda.
Yeah, Justice Ernesto Usudapa, also a Court of Appeal. Justice
Court of Appeal.
Fiasewa, and then Lily's body, Justice Lydia Osewa.
As for that lady, I really need to meet her.
Yes, you have to. One of these days, follow me to.
And the
to-
president.
Maybe
of
the day that
and the president of the Court of Appeal.
Yes,
Judges.
Senor.
Yes,
Jamefe.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Jamefe.
yes, yes.
Yes.
The day they will do, the court will hand down or will conclude on Sexy Dondon's case. That will be on the 4th of December. If you are available,
I want to be
let's
there.
go, and
Yeah.
then you have a feel of how Justice Lydia Osema will handle
yeah.
things in her court.
All
So
right.
today, that's one of the cases, the Cocoa Body issued, where Seidu Agongo is calling witnesses.
All right. So thank you very much, Murtala Inusah, for bringing us the details from the courts.